Hey everybody, Mike here with everythingaboutconcrete.com. Today we're going to talk about how to set up a laser level and how to shoot grade when you're setting up a concrete floor. So what I use the Topcon RL-H5B. This is a self-leveling laser. It's real easy to set up. I think it's the best one for this type of work. All you got to do to set this thing up is you got to get out your tripod. I got my tripod out here. You make sure your tripod's somewhat level, and you set this on the tripod. You can screw it in the bottom to hold it, and then you hit the on button and the laser just self levels, and when it's level, it'll start to spin. Then you're ready to go. So that's what we're going to do right now. You can see the little green lights flashing. That means it's leveling. As soon as it's level, that's going to start spinning and it'll send out a laser beam that's perfectly level. Now how we read that laser beam is we read it with a receiver. So you turn the receiver on. When the laser beam shines in here, it tells you if you need to go up, if you need to go down by beeping. So that's how I'm going to shoot grade in there. You can see it's spinning now, so that's perfectly level. We're ready to go. I got my grade stick right here. My grade stick has a ruler on it with numbers. So I'm going to walk around and I'm going to check the level of that subgrade, and then I'm going to set my level of my concrete floor. This thing very simply just has an on button, and then it has another button here that means you can be within 1/8 of an inch. Or if you want to be even fussier than that, you could press that button and it'll be accurate to within 1/16 of an inch. And then the third button is just for the sound. If you want it a little louder, you can push that and it makes it a little louder. So how this works is when the receiver is reading the laser level, it beeps. Okay, a fast beep means you have to go down. And a slow beep means you need to go up. And once it reads the same level as that laser, it is a solid beep. Hear that? That's a solid beep. And I'm right on 28. So that's the level of the styrofoam right here. Now I'm going to go around and check and see how many other 28s I get. And then I'm going to take an average if I'm up or down a little bit. And that's going to give me my subgrade level. That one's 27.5. That one's 28. That one's 28. Okay, so for the subgrade, most of the shots were right on 28. So I have a 4-inch thick concrete floor going down. So I need to move the receiver down 4 inches to 24 in order to bring the grade stick up my 4 inches. So my top of floor is going to be 24. I tighten that on there. Now what I do is I get a pencil and I go around and I mark the concrete wall at 24, and then I can snap a chalk line with that. grade's all shot. I got the level of my concrete floor established. All I got to do is snap my chalk lines. I'll show you that in a minute. But this laser level is probably the easiest one I've ever used. I've always used Topcons. I've probably had 5 of them in the last 30 years. And this is by far the easiest one to use. For the money, this is definitely the best one. I would highly recommend getting one of these if you're in this type of business, or if you're in the landscaping business or the excavation business. This is probably the easiest one to use, and I think you can get it for under 500 bucks on Amazon. I'll have a link for it in the description if you guys want to check it out. But right now I'm just going to show you how I snap my chalk lines by myself. So what I do to snap chalk lines when I'm by myself is I just need a hammer, chalk line, and a little concrete nail. What I do is I just tap the concrete nail into the concrete, hook the chalk line on it, pull it tight, snap the line. So I'm going to show you what I do right now. I got my grade shot, I got my level established, I know how thick my concrete's going to be, got my chalk line snapped, all ready for the pour. Again, Topcon makes a great laser level. Right there. This is the Topcon RL-H5B. This is the one I would recommend getting.